Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Rock Chick Week, where I am revisiting and rewinding and rereading and doing all of those R things with my favorite series by my favorite author, Kristen Ashley. So we are on book 4. This is Rock Chick Renegade, and it is the story of Jules and Vance. Now, of all the other rock chicks, Jules is probably the biggest badass. She is a bit of a vigilante. So she's a social worker by day and a vigilante by night. Not in a Batman kind of way, but in a realistic, I'm gonna annoy the shit out of some drug dealers and thugs that make the kids at my shelter miserable or susceptible to bad things on the street. Jules has taken it upon herself to be trained in fighting, in guns, and, you know, she's mostly just a nuisance. She's not actually out there, like, hurting anybody. So she's an absolute badass, but personally, she's the most inexperienced. Jules is this interesting, kind of complex character in these books, and she's paired up with Vance Crow. Come on. I mean, really? And Vance is an investigator, and he's also our hero with the most baggage. Vance and Jules are an interesting mix. She's the biggest badass of the females, and he is the hero with the most baggage. He's a street kid himself. He was thrown out of his house when he was 10 years old. He lived on the street. He's a felon. He's been in prison. There's a lot of darkness about Vance Crow. And because of what Jules insists upon doing at night, there's a lot of darkness around her too. I enjoy reading this book, but both Jules and Vance are my least favorite characters. I don't know what it is, and I can't really remember how I felt about them the first time around. I remember Jules's sort of side relationship with another hero in a later book, because there's always a little bit of triangle action going on at some point in each of these books. I remembered that aspect of this story, but I didn't remember how I felt really about Jules and about Vance. Rereading it, I can appreciate them both. Like, I think that they both have their place. I'm glad they have a book. I'm glad that they're together. But there's just something about both of them that I can't relate to as a reader. And that's, again, not to say that I don't enjoy this story, because I do. It's the darkest, I think. It's the first time that something, you know, I mean, it's hard to explain. Bad things happen to these rock chicks in each one of these books, but in Jules's case, she's literally laying her life on the line all the time, every night that she goes out. And so there's kind of I think that's maybe what my problem is that I am a fan of the alpha male trope working so well in this series, and I think when it comes to Jules, it's hard to pin her with an alpha male, because she clearly, you know, she has some interpersonal problems, she has some personal relationship problems, but when it comes to taking care of herself, she can definitely take care of herself in like a physical, shoot you between the eyes kind of way. So I guess it's hard for me to reconcile her badassness, I don't know, with the alpha male hero, Vance, who also seems still a little bit troubled to me. Like I said, he has his baggage, and because of that, you know, he's not really as badass as some of the other guys. They're very sweet together throughout the rest of the series. I don't think I'm spoiling anything, right? These are romance novels. We know this, right? We know that people get their happily ever afters. Okay, just checking. They're very sweet throughout the rest of the series, and as a pair, they make the most personal progress of any other couple. And I think that's admirable. But there's just a disconnect between me and this book, and it's probably, you know, my second least favorite. My second least? Yes, my second least favorite. But anyways, that's Rock Chick Renegade. This is book 4 in the Rock Chick series. I will be back tomorrow to talk about book 5. I'm having a great time. Hopefully, you're having a great time too.